I'm back. No, it was just a spam call. It's interesting because it said it's from the United States, looking like an official looking phone number, right? From DC or something. But no, it was just a spam, a car insurance thing. There's a call center that's used by these people. They try to get you to answer yes to any question. They come at you a variety of ways, asking all kinds of questions, but it's always a yes no because they want to get that yes, because they're really fishing for it so that they can single that out, clip that out, and add it to whatever criminal kind of thing that they're trying to put together to show and say, see, this is her voice and she said yes, that kind of thing. So I'm on to them. These people try to do this all the time. Okay, very criminal and very evil, very demonic. That's what this is all about. But deliberately designed to cast shadows on my name and speaking negativity created this false, filthy narrative over my life. It all started with this CEO, this man that I used to work for years and years ago, that took a personal vengeance because I wouldn't be in a polygamous situation. Ew. These people are Luciferians, they're Masons, all right? And that was part of a sex cult. They were all doing one another, and they wanted me to be part of that. Excuse me? No, they've been siphoning my energy. These were energy harvesters, and they do this to a lot of people without people even knowing. And I've blown the cover on it, and they don't like that, so they've targeted me. But anyway, trying to stop me before I accept any wonderful opportunity, because God's wanting to bless me, and these people have been trying to prevent that from happening. They figure that by me being jailed, they'll be able to keep their positions, and everyone can keep the money they stole, and I'll be the one that's looked upon as, being the criminal. No, I'm not going to be scapegoated like that. I don't have anything to do with it. I've never committed a crime in my life. But these people are all into identity theft and fraud, and they have access to databases. They get in there and they manipulate things in your IP address. They do stuff like this, and then they create scandal. It's a very orchestrated smear campaign that they do. There's nothing new. It's just Saul Alinsky playbook that they do whenever they want to target somebody and ruin their lives. They go after them in a big way like this, and they create scandal. And they know that the more they repeat something, that people are going to believe it, because it's all about manufacturing consent among the masses. That's what that's all about. But trying to block my blessing from God. So planning a public scandal. Now, everybody on here knows my story because I've told it several times, but these Masons, they had, this man had used the Patriot Act to get permission, this ex-boss of mine, got permission to, with little or no justifiable reason at all. They make it up. But see, they all work together. So presents something to a judge, and she gives him court approval to enter my home without my knowledge or consent, without my even knowing, and put cameras and listening devices, illegal surveillance in my home while I'm not even here and I don't even know. Okay. And then I dated someone about 3 years ago for about 4 months. It's the last person I dated. After my 23-year marriage, I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone, but I didn't really, I was healing, but at the same time, I wanted to know if I should or shouldn't, that kind of, but I did, for 4 months, but we didn't have a spiritual connection, so it didn't go anywhere. But in that time, found out that the person was hired to date me, and that it was a whole setup. And they created a video and put it on the dark web, and were sex trafficking me and making money, exploiting me. This woman, this dark evil witch, and his wife, this Libra woman, I don't know if she's still alive. I don't know. They were both sick with AIDS. That's the kind of lifestyle they were living. Both sick with AIDS. Everybody in that group had AIDS, and they were spreading it around to other people. It was really disgusting. But they plotted on my life numerous times. But anyway, they had plotted, they put surveillance. But this is what they do across the board to many people. They've always had to have something on someone, on camera, on film, to use it to their advantage so they could threaten you. We're going to put this out there if you don't conform, if you don't do things our way, if you don't join us, if you don't, whatever. I am totally detached to all that drama. I don't get involved in stuff like that. But they have illegal papers, and I'm being accused of financial misconduct that they've committed. Crimes that they committed. They're trying to flip it around and make it look like I committed the crime. They stole my identity. And the legal authorities never did anything about it, and they all know. So see, when you can't get justice here on earth, I took the whole matter up to the angelic realm, because there's spiritual court above. That's where it all originates. Where do you think our earthly court is fashioned? It's fashioned after the spiritual court above. You've got the angelic realm up there. Okay, so these people have been seen, and they have been caught. And everything that they're trying to do will flip around and back upon their own heads. They wanted to scapegoat me for crimes they committed, identity theft and fraud, and they wanted me to walk away clean. No, they're not clean. These people are completely guilty. Someone who used to borrow things from me, I don't know, now claims that I owe them. What? I don't know whoever I used to borrow anything from. A colleague building a story that doesn't match any reality. I've been working on this for months. And a file that contains manipulated content with my details. See, this man, he had, because they couldn't find anything on me, because I don't live a low vibrational toxic life. I haven't for years. I was married for 23 years, raising my 2 sons. And then after that, did 6 years of Krav Maga, and bought this little mobile home and started to raise my fruit trees. And I just live my own life, so these people have, they're criminals. This is what they do for a living. This is how they make their money, by stealing what belongs to others. But anyway, it's all been blown up and exposed. There's a whole court case that went on. These people stole my mail. They didn't want me to know about this court case. They diverted all of my mail. I never received a single letter from the court ever. So they made sure I would not know about it. They kept it quiet. And this dark, evil witch, this cousin on my dad's side of the family that I've never even met, she has been showing up in court as me, a copycat bitch, trying to swap destinies, pretending she's me, watching my every move. Really creepy. Really creepy. There's that many low vibrational insecure people in this world that behave and do this stuff for real. I'm not kidding. But it's all part of spiritual warfare. So anyway, and by the way, I hope those spiritual warfare prayers are helping anybody out there that might be going through the same thing. I know I'm not the only one. These kind of people have been doing it for years and years and years on innocent American people, and just targets, people they target for our energy signatures. They're like leeches. These are soulless beings who want to leech on your energy, and they feel entitled because they feel that they have a terrible God complex. They don't believe in a higher power that sees it all, but there is, absolutely. So they have very, very demonic and well rehearsed, these people. They have really worked on this for months, okay? They've gotten it down to a science. And remember, this woman knows how to make documents look official, with official seals and all that, because she worked in the court before, all right? She's just bitter because she lost her job. She was taken off the bench. And there's other people too, possibly a couple of family members that went along with this, as well as that dark, evil witch, the copycat bitch, wants to steal. She wants me to be put away so she can assume my life and be me. I have a mantle from Almighty God. Good luck with that one. And my identity is spiritually and divinely protected and encrypted. Okay, but they're trying to attach my name to a case that could, drag my name in the court for years and years. That's what these people are trying to do. But I'm exposing it. God told me this morning to expose it, put it out there. And I will also be going to the possibly the FBI or the police department to start with, and let them know what these people have been doing. But they have an audio of something that I said that they're trying to distort and take it out of context and make it sound like I did something to back up their fake, false, fabricated evidence. Because this CEO I used to work for before took a real vengeance on me because I turned him down, and he's like of the mindset like, do you know who I am? How dare you turn me down? Nobody has ever turned me to that kind of thing. Real ego, real narcissist, not being used to being told no. I don't know if he's still alive because he had AIDS. I don't know if he's still around. But anyway, he created a lot. He hired a videographer and had somebody who specialized in using I guess, to like make images, like screenshots of your face, but make with other people's body parts to make it look like you're doing something that you're not. They wanted to make everyone see me in a very filthy, negative light, but I've never done any of that. That's them. They manufactured it, and in the court, they recognized they had people specialized, and they saw that it was false and it was fabricated. So those people got in a lot of trouble. All right. It exposed a whole can of worms. It was a whole Pandora's box. But anyway, I still don't know what's happening with that, if people got locked up or not. Apparently, these people haven't been locked up yet because they're out there trying to do this. And I hope the legal authorities and the upright will hear what I'm saying. You need to look into this. You need to look into this particular woman that she's a judge that was sleeping with the CEO. Okay, they were having, it was part of their deal that they made. It's like crazy. This is a crazy, like worse than, is this like an episode out of As the Stomach Turns? I don't know. But they wanted my name on a list of suspects. This is what they've done. Now that man, years ago, he actually put my name on a government watch list. I had been like, those helicopters were going over my, he probably got tired of watching me because I'm just a very simple person. I don't live a low vibrational life at all. I may go for a walk at the park 3 times a week or something. May do my aerobics, and I have my training with weights, but go to the gym. I like my aquatics. I like to swim. But these people are just out of their cotton picking mind, desperate, very, very desperate to try to avoid what they've done, trying to walk away clean and pin everything they did on me. An innocent, I don't deal with that at all. I bring the gospel message. I have nothing to do with any of that. I've never done drugs in my life. Never done any. I don't drink excessively. When on occasion, when there's a birthday party, I might have a pina colada. I love the coconut. It doesn't have to have anything in it at all. I just love the coconut and the pineapple. I had pineapple for breakfast. I love pineapple. I eat it regularly. I like how you can also get a whole pineapple at Costco. They're the bigger ones there. And you can make it, and slice it up all at once. And then you have it for the whole week. And put it in smoothies. And it's just really, really good. But anyway, they plan on targeting my weakness because I'm very forgiving. I'm a forgiving person. So they use that against me. Isn't that terrible? Because I have not pressed charges against these people. They actually used that against me. So I call this out right now. I pray that the Lord hear me, the angelic realm hear me. Whoever is involved in this orchestrated plot, plan, and scheme against my life, it's demonic and it's evil. I ask and pray. I call judgment on the situation. I ask and pray that not one of these people escapes their judgment, that they will be held accountable for their crimes against me and crimes against humanity, for not stepping forward and doing the right thing. They have plenty of time to confess and to make things right. But instead of that, taking advantage of my ability to forgive, no, they're going to be pressed. They're going to be charged. I don't have the money right now, but they will be charged eventually. All right, they will be, and formally charged for all the conspiracies against my life, because I certainly don't deserve this. People are just wicked and demonic, and my light triggers their demons so terribly. They don't want to see me succeed. They don't want to see me have anything. They don't want to see me receive what is rightfully mine. These people have been the people that have been preventing me from receiving God's blessings in my life. They stood in the way. If there were opportunities or anybody wanting to come towards me with an opportunity, they got right in there and discouraged that person, flashing these pictures in their eyes, saying this is what she's like, and slandering my name. Now all of that is made up. It's all false, fake. This woman also created all these fake pages and try to make it look like I was texting people lewd things and that I do sex dating and things like that. I don't do any of that at all. These people are really disgusting, but that's them. See, they're part of a cult. These Luciferians, they project all their evil lifestyle onto innocent people. And then they do, it's part of their smear campaign. That's how they create a filthy false narrative on an innocent person, and they try to flip their lifestyles, everything they're doing, their sex addictions, their drug addictions, their alcohol addictions, their pedophilia, their same-sex whatever, their AIDS, their STDs, all their evil shit, their crime, their criminal, their crimes. They try to pin it on an innocent person, a target. And because I preach the gospel message, oh my goodness, we can't have that. So that is what this is all about. So trying to get in there and trying to discredit me every way they can. So, but they put my name on that. This woman who had access to databases and how to make documents look very professional, and she speaks very professional. You know, just like a week ago, I got a call from somebody who sounded very, very, very professional, and she was going on, and then in the middle of the conversation, she just hung up. And I somehow, in just a fraction of a moment, I captured that was her. It's probably that person. That fleeting thought came right to my mind the moment I heard her voice, and I just knew. There was like a knowledge. So I think this person's even called me from one of those fake phones. But so there's been so many calls with these yes and no. Quickly they want to capture your yes for some reason, and I'm just not giving it. So they created audio that's been passed on to a higher authority. Audio, they're making it sound like I'm doing something wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. They are waiting for one more person to approve it so that they can make a public case. That's what they want to do against me. So, and there's a woman in a black suit who knows everything, but she's keeping quiet. You know, a lot of people with fear, they fear to do the right thing. Isn't that terrible? People don't have courage. Courage. Where's your courage? Where are your guts to do the right thing? Because, anybody that knows the truth and they sit there silent and they don't do anything, they're complicit. They're complicit, and God sees it all. You're accountable for that. Whether you know it or not, anybody who sits and watches gross abuse like this. And I've been through a lot of abuse by these people. There are charges going to be pressed for the stealing and theft of my identity and my trust fund. That they're going to answer for that. Every single person who slandered my name and got paid to lie in court, you're going to be sued for the defamation of my character. All right? You're going to answer for it. And everybody who stole for years and years from my trust fund and didn't want me to know about it, you're going to lose everything you have. You will lose everything you have. So get ready. Hope you enjoyed it while you had it. That's all I got to say, because you will lose it all. All right. Peace out, everybody. I'm putting this out there because the Lord wanted me to put it out there. And I thank God. He steps in for me. He lets me know. And he also reassures me that I'm divinely protected. And the angelic realm says I do not belong in jail. But these people do, all right? Because they don't stop. And that is why they wanted to ruin my credibility. Can you imagine? But they come against God. When they do that, they're stepping on God's toes. They're stepping on God's toe. He's the one that told me to answer the call, told me to stand in the gap. I'm supposed to heal my family, break the family curses on my family generational bloodline. But every lie, every signature, every manipulated file is being reversed in the heavenly realm. Okay, as above, so below. And so I was told to speak up. So there you go. I put it out there. This evil group of people trying to create this false, fake scenario to scapegoat me. Let me see if there's anything else here. So they planted my name in a financial trail that doesn't belong to me at all. I only have 2 credit cards. That's it. I have my 2, and I froze those. The moment my identity had been stolen, I froze my 2 credit cards, and I don't use those. And I have my ATM card. That's it. Anything else these people have created and fabricated and opened accounts. They've been purchasing things under my name. They've been stealing my identity. They altered records, accessed databases using my signature, my name, I don't know, and made it look like I was signing something when I never did. I've never given my signature, and I have put this disclaimer out there numerous times on my YouTube channel. I do not give anyone to speak on my behalf, anyone authority, or I have no power of attorney. No one speaks on my behalf for me at all. Okay, but the digital footprint that they left is flawed. So the authorities will look, if they look into it a little more carefully, they will find that every hidden file conversation with intent will be uncovered. They're going to be exposed, and they're the ones who will be, their crimes will be known, their names and faces will be revealed wide and far. Okay, their documents and their signatures will be exposed. They're fraud, identity theft. Okay. There's a man with a thick accent. He's going to try to approach me. No, thank you. I'm not having a conversation with anyone like that is trying to bamboozle me or speak nicely to extract information from me. No, you're not welcome at all. You're blocked. And they used a car registered in my name. These people have been purchasing things in my name. And I'm going to the police again and make another report. Because my identity theft has never been solved. And these people cannot be doing this kind of thing. Why are these people not going, why are they not getting locked up when this has already been outed and known? I've been putting this out there for a long time now. An ex-employer with a grudge, jealousy was the reason behind all of this, apparently. And all the delays and confusions, the blocked offers, my blocked opportunities, the hacking of everything that I have, the cloning of my phone, it was all tied to this spiritual warfare influence. But these people, they're going to be exposed, and I'll finally get my life back. Oh my gosh, they hated my light, and it was all about jealousy, and that's what this was all about. My documents, my image, my voice, my identity is spiritually and divinely protected, the Lord had let me know. All right, so I'm just going to leave it there. I'll be back with the book of Hosea in a little bit. Okay, peace out, everybody. Bye.